Hello everyone, this is Poli World. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and more of Poli's Doctrine. Today we will be going over heavy cruisers and why I build them the way I build them. For the current setup, there will be 3 battleships, which will be using the battleship design we used before, 2 battle cruisers, of which we also used before in the last episode, and we'll be using 5 heavy cruisers, but not this hull. I like this hull. And then I like to max it the heck out. At the very least, get beam if I can't fit it in for draft. But if I can, then I'll max it out. I much prefer it versus the Yes, the large armor cruiser, which is actually a pretty good hull. I like this one too, and I will use it later in campaigns. But I prefer this one. This is the better one, in my humble opinion. For what I like to do anyways. Alright. They just recently updated it once again, so I don't know how this will affect everything by the time we get done with this. So be prepared. Once again, stick to standard. Speed 21 knots if you can get away with it. Sometimes when this game is updating, they'll change the way it all works out and you have to do something else. But that's fine. Now, for the first thing I do, we grab our front tower and then we get it in here. As close as we can get to... Nice. Pretty sure that is the better one. That is the better one. Awesome. So now we have room for our hidden bridge. The reason why I do this is because this section right here is actually modeled as part of the hull. And usually I can get away with putting guns right here. So trying to hit the actual bridge is hard. I can count on one hand the amount of times it's actually happened, and usually it involves hitting this little bit up here on accident. Purely by accident. So, now that it's there, we have all the goodies and all the bonuses, but now we have a harder time losing them. Yay! Large funnels. Can we get her in there? Maybe. Now here's the thing. Normally, if I can get the rear tower in there, I like to do this as well. Because that's just better. But, you gotta make sure you're not making it too hard on yourself. See, like right now, not super doable, as much as we'd like to. And dropping it down isn't exactly great. So, half the time, if I can't make it work, I'll put that up there because the second tower is not as important to me as the main tower. And drop, I think it's the dual smalls. Dual smalls right there. See, then we have a good time. It's actually not too off balance either. Alright, on to the next portion. Main guns. People that have seen this know that I like using this for this style, but for heavy cruisers, I generally prefer to use them as like a stand-in battleship. For when I don't have a battleship and this is the biggest thing, it needs to be able to rough and tumble with the big boys. So it needs to have needs to have 11.9 inch guns, and if I can get away with it, I'd also like as much length as I can have. And if I do have a battleship there, then I prefer these be rear fire support, because then these guns can still punch through and do a lot of damage without being right up in the brawling. Alright, now that that's taken care of, auxiliary guns, if you have not guns, auxiliary engines, if you have the weight space, grab them. That's what I like to do. Need to have that Corrupt 3 armor, barbettes. We do need anti-torp because if I have to use it as a battleship, I have to get it up front. Double if you can get away with it. We will hold back on the reinforcement for now. Anti-flood 2 and Citadel. Whoops. I mean, just look at that. That looks good. And we're doing singles for the same reason as the other ones. I prefer the accuracy of these over the duels. Later in the campaigns, I will move them to duels and triples, but for the very beginning, up until 1930, 1935, I prefer singles. These will be touched later if there is space. If there is not space, they will not be touched. Standard and standard. As for secondary guns, I like 5-inch. Dual is fine. And let us get... There we go. Nice little smattering of 5s. With secondary guns, I don't care as much because their rate of fire is so high. Excuse me, I would like... That looks close. Close enough. That'll work. And for the same reason, I will also increase the barrel length on these, if I can get away with it. If I can't, I can't. And it looks like I can. Nice. Casemates will be 2-inch guns, and we can get them everywhere. And I like them that way. There we go. If I have the room later, I will up them to 2.9-inch, but for now, 2-inch is fine. Just because it kind of needs to be a generic dual ship. At this point, a lot of people will talk about making like separate classes and with different uses and like specialties and specializing. But the thing I've noticed in Ultimate Admiral is doing super specialized stuff tends to be shooting yourself in the foot. Like, in real world, preferable, that would be the way I would go. But in this game, you have next to zero control over what ships are going to be brought into a fleet battle. So, you have no control of if your specialized ship is actually going to be anywhere close to what it needs to be doing. So you can make a heavy cruiser that's all about killing smaller cruisers and just focus on being really, really good at that. And then get caught up in a fight with a heavy cruiser that's upgunned, or a battleship or a battle cruiser, and then you're in trouble. And vice versa. Could make a heavy cruiser that's just really, really good at punching up, and then all of a sudden you're being attacked by a bunch of torpedo boats. I feel with what I'm doing here, this is much more of a generic do-all ship. It's not as good as the specialized stuff, but it can do a little bit of everything. Back to what I was doing with this. With this, I think capped is fine. Oh yeah, capped will be fine. TNT 1 because I like not blowing up, and ballistite because I like less chances of blowing up. Advanced hydraulic, no enhanced. For range, stereoscopic, because that is the preferred method. People like doing coincidence, which aiming speed and a small amount of just gun base accuracy is nice, but I prefer the long range accuracy, which seems to be kicking in at like 3 kilometers. So, you know, most of the time you're going to be using long range accuracy. Then the shell splash is not interfering with our guns or other guns is also nice. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, I used to be able to do this. I don't think you can anymore, but we're going to try real quick. Sometimes, depends on how nice they're being. Okay. Sometimes you can get a gun up there where the bridge normally is supposed to be. Today does not seem to be one of those days where you can do that. But for now, that's fine. As for armor, well, we have a lot of space to work with, so we'll just use it. Main belt, Give me all of it. All 15 inches. Nice. 4-weight offset. Nice. Can I get 5 inches of superstructure armor? I can. Okay. Main deck. We can go ahead and up it to 2. Drop that F belt down just a wee bit. There we go. And look at that. All nice and well within the lines. Bring in the inner belt a bit. Oh, oh, oh. Overshot, 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 overshot. See? Pitch is still not great, but I can live with that. This is 1910. A lot of this can be fixed later. And this ship will last you for a very, very long time, I've noticed. In some personal campaigns, I have gotten these up to the end of the game and have them still be pretty effective. I would like to say, on the hull stuff, if you're starting with the 1900 or an 1890, and you get the older style heavy cruisers that are just walls of 3-inch guns, hang on to those as well, because they actually carry on really well into late game once you get some really good 2-inch guns. If you don't believe me, try it out. Trust me, it's a blast. But for now, that is good. And we still get a decent amount of range. Alright, now to show you how it works. Alright, now to show you the full might of this. Dang it, it's doing this. Okay. Be together. Heavy cruisers, light cruisers. Okay. First, figure out what direction the enemy is moving. They are all moving away from me. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Battleships, move in. Heavy cruisers, move in. I am going to have the battleships go at their max cruising speed. What is it? 13.6? 13.6. Uh, 13.7, that was close enough. Battle cruisers will also move in. You guys, what is yours? 11.6. Okay. We won't do your cruise speed just yet. Who can we'll do that quick. Come on. No, no, no. There we go. Close enough. Alright. Let's show you how it's done. I like to have the heavy cruisers in the back, preferably behind the battleships if I can help it. Sometimes battles don't let you do that, but that's what I'd like to try and do. So the battleships will go in and skirmish, while these things do fire support from the rear, and the battle cruisers will get around and flank. We'll see how the battle actually goes out, though. Alright. Oh, first hit is ours. Second hit is ours. Alright. Slight angle. Slight angle. Battle cruisers. We're gonna have you move a little bit farther out. I would like to slightly angle this the best I can. Everyone's just shooting at everything. Ooh. I think... Pretty sure these are the battleships. So, what we'll do is... shoot that. Shoot that. and the battle cruisers can just do what they want to do. Let's see if we can get some decent hits on their battleship. If not, that's fine. Let's see. Geez, 12s must have gotten a buff, because they're doing really good right now. That is surprising. Okay, turn in a little bit. Battle cruiser, shoot the other battle cruiser. See if we can rain in some shots there. Come on. Somebody hit something. Preferably me hitting them. There we go. It's a little bit of something. A little bit of something. Now what is this? That, I'm pretty sure, is a heavy cruiser. Okay, it's warrior. Go ahead and shoot warrior. Alright, turn around and turn in. There we go, now we're starting to get some damage in. Lord Nelson is in trouble, because everyone's trying to get ranged in on him now. Alright. What is your distance for torpedoes? Torpedoes are that far distance, okay. Starting to really get the damage in. Nelson is on fire. Alright. Getting some damage in on Majestic as well. I will have the heavy cruisers start focusing on warrior though. Good job. Monarch, I would like you to move sideways a little bit. Loading, also please move in a bit. Ooh, you are just, ooh. Warrior is sunk. Monarch, I need you to get closer. Focus on that one, please. There we go. Go ahead and focus on that. Warspite can go down. And now we've gotten caught in a slight predicament, because I didn't mean to let my heavy cruisers get right in front of their battleships, but stuff happens. Turn in more. So that's fine. I think we can deplete their heavy cruisers first. Alright, focus on this one. Oh, here comes torpedoes. Are those torpedoes going to hit? No. They're going to miss. Focus fire, focus fire, focus fire. Just let them all get caught in that. Ooh. Spartacate, however you pronounce that. Not doing well. Cressy is also not doing well. Just focus on Spartacate for a second. Let's just take that one out really quick. There we go, come on. There we go. That's gotta be enough to finish the deal there. Come on. How does this thing survive? He is doing an impeccable job of keeping that ship afloat. And there goes Cressy. Spartate is left. Battleships. Come on in. Where is my heavy cruisers? Please turn around. Battle cruisers, turn in a bit. None of this quite went to plan, but you can see how effective it is. Now we're getting somewhere. Basically, it's just their battleships and their battle cruisers now. See how... And their battleships are actually pretty damaged. They are not doing well. But they're starting to chew up my heavy cruisers quite a bit. So I'm not a fan of that. Majestic is flooding. Leopard is not doing well. Leopard is sunk. So it is not a perfect victory for us, but that's okay. At this point, we're pretty well set up. You guys all shoot that. You guys all shoot that. And shoot that. Let's see if we can set their battle cruisers on fire. Pretty sure I told you all to be shooting that thing. I would prefer you didn't ignore me. Why are you shooting that thing? Fine. Alright. You want to shoot Majestic? You can shoot Majestic. Battle cruisers, just go in and turn in. You guys turn in. You guys turn in. Oof. They're definitely racking up damage on both me and them. Is everyone just shooting their own thing? Come on. I wonder if there's some sort of bug going on, because they're not quite actively doing what I'd like to do. Shoot Thunderer. Alright. Orion needs to go down. Shoot Orion. And one of the battleships has sunk. Not good. May now shoot Nilsson. Second tower. Flooding. Oof. Oof. It's just not working well for me. Okay. Shoot Thunderer. What are you guys doing? Oh, they're changing lead ships, and so it's making it big. It's being a problem. That's what it's doing. Okay, now we're getting some damage. Thunderer is now... What kind of... Yeah, spacious but standard bulkheads. Okay. Come on. You guys, come on in. Alright. Should not be this hard to shoot Thunderer. Should not be having any issues with... Oh, there's the flash fire. Thunderer is now in trouble. There we go. Alright, shoot Tiger. Shoot Tiger. I told you all to shoot Tiger. Thank you. Shoot Tiger. You guys are not following, you're doing your own thing. What in the world is going on today? Just not going quite the way it normally does. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. There we go. There we go. Now Tiger's starting to get a little hit. And these are pretty interesting battle cruisers. It's like full-on armament, but no funnel. So they do decent, like, ahead of time speed, but that's all they got. Jeez. So fast. Go this way. Go this way. Go this way. Oof. There we go. Tiger's definitely hurt now. I would prefer to do more damage than this, though. There we go. There we go. That's the kind of damage I like to see. Tiger is on its last legs. Goodbye, Tiger. What in the world? Okay, hang on a second. You know what? Fine. I'm not even gonna fight it. It's doing weird division stuff again. I tried to just bring in... Oh, there goes the name ship class. Tried to bring in just the one into it, and I decided to bring them all into it. But that's fine. Majestic's about to go down. There we go. Sign the death warrant for Majestic. Maximum bulkheads, that's probably part of my problem. Oh, there goes Wolfberg. Ah, they're doing this thing again. Come on. Shoot Lord Nelson. I'm not doing it. I'm not asking anything hard. Come on. I am... Wait a minute. Wolfsburg is sinking but following. Hang on one second. Alright. Yep, bugs happen. Yeah, I don't think this newest update, which literally just came out today, is really all that good. Because this was playing just fine not too long ago. Will you quit following? And now I've lost a battle cruiser. Oh well. Alright. There we go. Now it's figuring itself out. Took it a little bit. Why are you so much more accurate than me? Especially with that offset weight. You should not be more accurate than me. I sense something screwy. Okay. I do have damage and recoil, that's true. But even with Monarch, it's weird. There we go. Nelson is flooding. Is this the end of Lord Nelson? Chameleon, you're getting too close, bud. You're not meant to slug match. You're meant to pelt. There we go. Some more flooding. There we go. Come on. Nelson has surrendered. That leaves everyone else on. What is this, the Orion? Yep. Oh, you're getting way too close there, bud. And way too close there. What is your armor like, anyways? Not too bad. Very quickly things can go awry, as you can already tell. Alright, Chameleon, get out of there. Alright, Monarch, grow. Alright. Ryan versus Monarch. You detach. You have a sunken battleship in the divisions. Really? Okay. So weird. Either way, though, I'll be surprised if Orion somehow pulls a win out of this. You know what? You can go back. You're done. Pulling you out. You know what? I know a good way to make sure you sink. I know a good way to make sure you sink. And I will make sure you do it too. Go, 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 go. Just the way I like to see it. Go, Monarch, go. Love to see it. Ooh, this is not looking good for you. Going in. Well, that sucks. Okay. Low fuel, huh? Well, guess what? Fuel is the least of your issues right now. You are completely surrounded. And hopefully soon dead. More flooding. Some more penetration. More flooding. I can't fill you up with any more holes. There we go. That was a tough fight. Don't know how much of a win you want to call that, but I'm going to call it a win. Let's see. Jeez, Orion dealt out 51k damage. But it cost a lot of money, so I don't care. Somewhere it shows, I think. Yep. You know, for 33 million more than my normal battleship, you better be dealing some decent damage. How does the battle cruisers compare? 125 versus 93. Interesting. How about the heavy cruisers? Heavy cruisers are at 34 million versus 54. Interesting. Alright. You got to see how I do and why I do. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully you've been enjoying this little kind of mini-series, and hopefully it makes some sense. If not, it's going to be just rambling and make no sense. And as long as it's entertaining, I guess it's okay, right? Anyway, see you next time where we'll be doing light cruisers. Have a good afternoon, evening, day, twilight, whatever it is, as long as it's a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.